Hello everyone, welcome back to this lecture. I hope you are well. In previous lecture, I discussed about what is while loop as well as why should we learn the loop in a Python. As I discussed in previous lecture, loop is used for doing a repeating task. For example, if you want to print out the 1000 print statement of any string like hello world, so you need to write a 1000 time print statement with hello world. This make code inefficient. To make the code efficient, to make the code readable and maintainable, we use the for loop. With using a few lines of code, we can do the repeating task. So let us start the for loop. For loop is used for iterating over a sequence. Sequence may be a list, set, string, dictionary, or tuple. This we have studied in earlier classes. And second, it is used widely when number of iteration is known beforehand. In case of while loop, we used when number of iteration is not predefined, or when while loop is used when we have a condition. If condition is true, while loop is run, while block will be executed. If condition is false, while loop will stop. So move to the syntax for a while loop. Syntax is very simple like a while loop. Here we use for keyword and I and in and iterator. Iterator may be a string, tuple, anything. And we will write here code of block. And there is no need of indexing in for loop. In case of while loop, we have to write a I equal to 1, I equal to 5 before writing a while loop. But here there is no need of indexing. We don't need to write a I equal to 1, 2, 3. Let us understand the for loop through examples. I write here for I in range. I want to print out the number from 1 to 5. So I write here. So we will get output 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So let us talk about break statement. It is a similar like a we seen in a while loop lecture. So break statement and continue statement. Take example. Through example we can understand what is break statement and continue statement. So this is a fruit having a fruit list having a 3 items in a list. So we iterate over the list and having a this is a fruit list and we iterate over the item. If item equal to banana, this condition become true, then for loop will stop. So if I write a output of this, the output should be apple, because apple is not equal to banana, so this condition is not true. When come to banana is true, break, so we'll get only apple. If I talk about continue statement, for that it only stop the current iteration and allow for next iteration. But in case of break statement, it stop the whole loop. So that is a key difference between the break and continue statement. In continue, it only stops the current iteration of a loop, but allow the next iteration. So what should be the output? So here output is apple and banana is not, because we continue. So the code written below the continue will not be executed. So then move to other, banana is not, then orange, then orange. Okay, so I think you understood the break and continue statement. And that is a one major concept in a Python when we use a loop, that is used widely with for loop, that is range function. Range function you can understand like suppose I want to write a 1 to 10 number, so I should write a range 10. So I mention here for loop for I in, and I print here I. Okay, so if I run this, so I will get 1 2 3 up to 10. It will start from 0 and end with 9. Okay, 10 number over 0 to 9. So if I talk about what are the argument for a range function, is first is start, it will start with 0 by default. As I said, it will start 0 1 2 up to 9. And second is and is exclusive, that will not be included, as we have seen 9 10 is not occur. And third is step size. By default its value is 1. Its mean it will only increment by 1. We can change it, I will explain you here. So what should the output of this code? 1 0 1 2 3 and 4 and 5. 6 will not be included because and is exclusive. Start with 0 and step size is 1, so increment by 1. See this example, and here started 2 and end is 6. So here you will get 2 3 4 and 5. 6 will not be included because it is exclusive. So let's take another example. It will explain the step size. Here we have a 2 starting point 2, and here is say increment by 2. So here we will get a 4 6 8 and not getting a 10 because 10 is exclusive. So this is a range function. You have to understand only start from where you want to start. You have to write a sequential number where you have to end, that will not be included. And step size, how many steps you have to go. Now what should be the increment of a number. And move to the next topic, that is else block. As we have seen else statement in a if condition as well as in while loop. In while loop it will only execute when condition become a false, but here picture is different. Like it will execute when for loop run through all sequence item. In while loop, when condition become a false, then else block will be executed, otherwise will not execute. But in case of for, we'll write a for, and here we'll write here code block and here it is a else block. There is no such condition. Here is a code block. So what happen when for loop will be completed, all item are printed, whatever operation we want, and then else block will be executed. Okay, that is the key difference between the else of for loop as well as while loop. If you have mentioned a break statement in a for loop, it will break the in between for loop, so else block will not be executed. Please keep this in mind. And nested loop is like having a loop within a for loop, having a one for loop I in sequence, yeah, iterator, and writing a print statement, and then I write here again for loop in sequence. Okay, then this is a for loop and this is a for loop. This for loop is within the other for loop. This for loop we say outer for loop. This is the inner for loop. I write here outer inner for loop. Okay, and pass statement it like a in if you don't have any content to write under the for and while and if, so you write a pass statement, it will not give you error. For example, I write here for and I write here content, content is there, and if you don't have a content but you want to write a for loop, so you can write a pass statement. Okay, it will not give you an error. So theory part is done, and let's move to the VS Code where I will implement the concept that I discussed now. So move to the VS Code. Here I will write a Python code to explain the for loop. So first I will make a new Python file, that is for loop.py. After making a file, first I write here fruits, that is a fruit list. I write here apple, and I will write banana, and I will write a cherry, and I will write it will iterate over the fruits. I will write a print statement x. Okay, if I run it, so you will see the apple, banana and cherry in output. Okay, this is the output of the iterate. Here fruits may be a dictionary, set and tuple, and if I iterate over the string, so I write here text, yeah, I write here fruit name. Okay, fruit name, so I write here banana. Here I will write fruit name, so you will see the character BANAN. Okay, it will iterate over the character of a string. If I use the break statement to stop the loop, so I will use the break keyword. Okay, so I write here root, I will write if x equal to banana. Okay, then what we want to break the loop. Okay, so it will give you a apple, banana, and it will not give you cherry. If you keep this print statement after the break, so you will get a apple only. Okay, you are getting only apple. Let's see the continue statement. What will happen here? What do you have to do? You have to write a continue keyword in Python. Yeah, what will happen? First come apple, then check apple is equal to banana. No, so it will print a apple. It will check for banana, so it is here. it will stop the current iteration. It will stop the current iteration and skip the current iteration and allow the next iteration. It will only, you will get a only output apple and banana, apple and cherry, sorry, banana is skip. Okay. uh, See the range function also, how range function work. I write here, yeah, I write here 4x in range. If I simple write 10, no 10, I write here only 5. Okay, print the x. So you will see the number from 0 to 4. Okay, if you want 1 to 5, so you can write here 1. 1 to 4 only you get. It will start from 1 to 4. Yeah, if you want a step increment by 2 in each number, so you have to write a 2 step size, 1 or 3. Suppose you want to print out a table of 2, so you have to write a, okay, so you will get a table of 2, 2, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18 or 20. Okay, so that is a use case of range function. So next is a change this code only. Next is a else part. How to understand the else? So you will see here else print here at finally finished. So you will get a first is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and after that it will be executed. Okay, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 bar. So there is a main difference between the else of a for and while loop is that in for loop when all item are printed, yeah, operation are done, then else will be executed. But in case of while loop, while condition become a false, then else only executed. That is a key point you have to remember. Okay, next is a nested loop. Suppose you have a copy the fruits and I write here the and their adjective. What is the properties of the fruits? Apple is red. Okay, banana is big होता है. Okay, and cherry is tasty. So it is adjective means some properties of the fruits. So I want to run it fx in adjective first and in first get a red, then I write it for y in fruits, then I print out the x and y. So you will see red with all apple, banana, cherry, and big with all apple, banana, cherry, and tasty with apple, banana, cherry. You will see. Okay, red with all 3 item of fruits like that. So this is a nested for loop. This one is called a outer loop. This is called a inner loop. And see also for x in range 10. Suppose I don't have a content to write within the for loop. So what should I write here? So if I have to write the for loop. If I leave like that, so you will see the error. You are seeing this is a error. So we need to avoid the error. So we need to write a pass statement to avoid the error. You will see there is nothing will happen. Okay. So I have covered all the concept which I discussed in theory part. Still, if you have any query, please leave that in a comment section. I'm happy to solve this query. Thank you so much everyone. See you in next lecture.